thing you have done was allow niggas to read. If you want to hide something from a nigga, you put it in a book. But we are not that proverb. We are descendants of Solomon that wrote Proverbs. Bring that out, huh?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse number 14.
The book of Revelation means to reveal. Let's have the revelation, the truth of Christ come out.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
White like what?
White like wool.
White and woolly hair. Who has woolly hair? Who has that nappy hair? Who has that thick hair that grows upward and not down like dogs? Who has that woolly hair on earth? It's the fact that you black people have the woolly hair. Read on.
As white as snow.
He had woolly white hair. Why? Because he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. 33 fully gray. Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why? His eyes a flame of fire. The same reason when our people a shade of brown. They said his feet was like unto fine brass. Come on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you burn brass, not melted, don't be simple. If you burn brass, it becomes dark brown, like Wesley Snipes, like Tyrese on a sunny day. That was the complexion of Christ. That's the complexion of the true Messiah, according to the Bible. And he was what? The King of the Jews. So what does that make you, black man? What does that make you, black woman? You don't know who you are because the other nations have took away your identity. Let me get Psalms 83. You read what you got.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of youth fat.
So this is describing the same Christ in Revelations in the book of Daniel. Come on.
His body also was like the belly, and his face as the appearance of lightning.
His face like what?
As the appearance of lightning.
His face like unto the appearance of lightning. Come on.
And his eyes as the lamps of fire.
Once again with red eyes. Come on.
And his arms and his feet.
And his what?
And his arms and his feet.
And his arms and his feet, the color of his skin. Come on.
Like as lamps of fire in his arms and his feet. Like in color to polished brass.
Like your what?
Like in color.
Like your what?
Like in color.
Who told you color's not in the Bible? They done lied to you. They said his arms and his feet, like in color, come on.
To polish brass.
To polish brass, another derivative of brown. Burnt brass, brown, bronze, right? These are derivatives of brown. That's the color of the Messiah. That's the color of the real Jews. If you look into the Bible, you should know that the real Jews are black and the real Jews are black. You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, return to your nationality, man. What does it benefit you being a nigga in America? What does it benefit you being a gangbanger, a pimp, and a drug dealer in America? First and foremost, they only put drugs in your neighborhood to slow you down. The CIA did that. So if you're a drug dealer, you're thinking that you're against the government, you actually work for the government. Because the CIA put drugs in your community on purpose. If you're a gangbanger and you think you're against the government, you wasn't initially against the government, but now killing each other, you're doing the government's job of population control. So only way that you can be truly liberated is come back to who you truly are. Let me get that in song.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse number 1. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God. Come on.
Hold not thy peace, but be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
God has enemies. You have enemies. And they make a tumult. They make a plan against you. Come on.
And they that hate thee,
They that what?
and they
oppressed. Because guess what? They had a 400-year plus head start, and you Negroes are still rich. Y'all are still valuable. Y'all are still living and building houses. These people had a 400-year head start, and you're still catching up. Read on.
And consulted against the hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
What they said?
Come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
This is Bible prophecy. This ain't something that I use ChatGPT to make overnight. I didn't write this overnight with ChatGPT or AI. This is Bible prophecy. It says they want to cut you off from being a nation. Come on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. That who you are be no more in remembrance. Y'all don't know who y'all are. Y'all call yourself FBA, Foundational Black Americans. How you a Black American when Amerigo Vespucci is a white man? How are you Amerigo Vespucci? You can't be that. He is a white man. So you're not a foundational Black American. You are the tribe of Judah. The Lion of God. That's who you are. The Lion of God. That's why they spare you. That's why you can be like, hands up, don't shoot, and they still shoot you. Because they see a Lion of God. But y'all don't see that. Y'all look in the mirror, you see things. Wake up, Israel. Read on, King.
For they are consulted together with workers' seed. They are confederate against thee.
They are what?
They are confederate against thee.
Why would the Bible say the people against you would be confederate, and the people that wanted to keep you enslaved had a Confederate flag? The Bible is just too solid. But y'all try to deny the knowledge. The Bible just said they'll be confederate against you. And they still wave that Confederate flag, happy as hell that they lost the Civil War. Losers. Read on.
The tabernacle of Edom.
And according to the Bible, that is the so-called white man. The tabernacles of Edom. Their biblical nationality. Read on.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites. That is your Arabs. You can go to any gas station and ask an Arab. If he comes from Ishmael, he'll tell you yes. Those are the Ishmaelites. Read on.
Of Moab.
Moab are the Chinese. That's their biblical nationality. Right? These are the nations against you. Read on.
And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes, right? A Hamite nation. Not every dark-skinned person is the same. Read on.
Gebal. And Ammon.
Ammon, the Japanese, come on.
And Amalek.
Amalek, who's Amalek? That is the Jewish man. Small hat, run the world, run the music industry that poisons your people, right? Run the porn industry that poisons